Hello, how's it going, everybody? So today I'd like to talk about some home automation stuff, ESP Home, Home Assistant, and some stuff by a company called Athom. Now, I was really impressed with this product, and it's because Athom products come pre-flashed with open source firmware such as ESP Home and Tasmodo. You can choose. They've got products, for all the different regions as well. So, this is they got the bayonet ones as well. This is a screw-in one with RGB, and you got the warm lights and the cool lights and full color spectrum and all that. And you also got the smart plugs as well. Obviously for all the regions, this is New Zealand, Australia plug. You can get the ones for the UK and the US and stuff like that too. So you can go to like AliExpress and find the Athom products. They've also got a website. I think you can order it directly from their website. And while there are a lot of like ESP devices that you can get off like AliExpress, a lot of these companies that make these stuff, such as Tuya, they try to prevent you from flashing your device. For example, you used to be able to do a over-the-air exploit to flash the Tuya devices with like ESP Home or Tasmodo, but they flashed that to try to stop people from, doing that. And now you have to pull those devices apart and get the soldering iron out. And well, I'd say don't give them your money because, they sell these devices, force you to try to connect to the cloud, and they're pretty much spyware. So, you know, companies like Athom that just sell you with the open source firmware already on it. They let you reflash it with something else if you want. They don't care. I say give them your money. They are a little more expensive than the other Chinese bulbs and smart products, but I think it's worth it. So you can do like if you plug it into a Home Assistant, you can do automations like this. I've got a Mycroft smart speaker hooked up over there, so I can try turning off these office lights. Hey Mycroft, turn off office lights.
Office light is now off.
There we go. Hey Mycroft, turn on office lights.
Office light was turned on.
Hey Mycroft, turn on party mode.
Turn party mode on.
There we go. Now they're all flashing different colors. Hey Mycroft, turn off party mode.
Turn party mode off.
Obviously, that's a little bit annoying. All right. So when you've got a device flashed with ESP Home, it'll show up as a wireless access point. So you connect to it, for example, just from your phone. Then you tell it your network's Wi-Fi credentials so that it can connect to your home network. Once you've done that, it'll show up in your ESP Home dashboard. So you'll have to set up ESP Home on a server somewhere too. This is the dashboard here, obviously, and you'll be able to start configuring it. Now, you can run the automations directly on the device itself. So even if that device loses network access, the automations will still run. As an example, this is my electric blanket. It's just one of those smart switches, plug the electric blanket into it, leave my electric blanket on, and just let the smart switch turn power on and off to the device. So yeah, it turns on and off every night by itself. So when I get into bed, my bed's always nice and warm. All right, so this is Home Assistant. This is my dashboard here. Now, Home Assistant, there's lots of content about this already, but I'll try to go over it briefly. It's a very powerful home automation system. Chances are, if you install this somewhere on your server at home, and this can be just installed on a Raspberry Pi, by the way, it'll run fine on a Raspberry Pi. That's what I'm running this on currently, even though I do have a nice server. I'll migrate it to the server eventually, but I just wanted to try it on the Pi, you know. So chances are, if you install this at home, it's actually going to detect a lot of your devices already, like your TV, set-top boxes, smart TVs. It'll probably start detecting all the computers on your network, and you'll be able to automate a bunch of things out of the box. And there are other things that are a bit more complex to install. You have to use the plugins and integrations. So in here we got integrations, devices, and helpers. So helpers allows you to create things like buttons and stuff, and toggles and things. And again, the automation is just like for this, just like ESP Home, just YAML configurations. So as an example here, I've got my workday alarm. Let's go into here. So here I tell it to only operate on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There is a GUI, but the GUI is very limiting. The GUI is a good way to create the template to get started though. That's how I do it. And once I've got it started, I do the rest in YAML configuration because that's much easier. So from this visual editor, you can test your actions. So for example, here, this will send a text-to-speech alert to my smart speaker.
It's time to wake up.
And then a few seconds later, it's going to turn on my lights. And the automation I got from to turn on my lights is they'll slowly turn on. They won't be full brightness when I wake up. They'll slowly go up to full brightness. That way it's not too rough of a wake up for me. Roughly 2 minutes after I get up, by then I'll be making myself a coffee, and my smart speaker, it'll send an alert to my smart speaker which will tell me the weather, such as this.
Good morning. Right now it is. Overcast clouds ended. 11.03 degrees. Today's forecast is for a low of 8.91 degrees and a high of 13.13 degrees. The weather condition for today is rainy.
And you can plug it into your security system too. So this camera down here is on my windowsill behind me, over away in my kitchen over there. And that camera points outside when I'm home, because obviously and usually it turns off at night too, because at nighttime it can't see through that window anyway. So it usually turns off. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I left it on. So when I'm not home,
Cloud surveillance backups are activated.
This happens, it points inside. I need to adjust the settings so it's pointing a bit more to the right actually. Because that's
Alright, I will keep an eye on things while you're away. Goodbye, Jake.
Yeah, so it gives me a few seconds to, get out of the house, and it actually does something really cool when it detects motion if I'm not home in my room. So this is mostly something I set up for fun, but let's go have a look.
Hello. identify yourself. Your actions here have been recorded and I have reported you.
Hey, Mycroft, turn on Jake is home.
Turn Jacob's home on. Welcome home, Jake. How about and on yourself?
Alright, there you go. You probably heard two text-to-speech things going there. It sends the alert to my phone as well, because obviously that would be useful if I'm not home and someone was in here. So obviously you can leverage your CCTV system, and if you've got an AI plugged into that, you can do some pretty cool automations like that as well. And you know, you can get pressure sensors and stuff too. Like if you put one under your mattress, for instance, it'll know when you're in bed and when you're not in bed, and you can do automations based on that as well. So example of that I can show you actually. See outside, I've got an outside light there. Let's go out there, and if I go out there and it detects a person, it should turn on that light.
Attention. Attention. Person detected a door.
And there we go. Yeah, and I got another automation for the text-to-speech to my smart speaker there too. So I know if someone's at my door. That way I don't get as much of a fright. I've got one for the driveway when I'm expecting a courier as well. Or I have my groceries delivered too. So when I expect that to be delivered, I turn on the automation to detect someone on the driveway. So yeah, I'm still very new to this home assistant scene. I've only been using this for a couple of weeks now, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. And for the home automation thing, that's the most important thing. Have fun doing it. Otherwise, there's not really much point. A lot of the things that you end up automating are, you know, pointless. It's just for fun. But some of the things that you'll end up automating, you'll think, wow, how did I live without this before? So yeah, it's a mixed bag. There'll be things that you do just for the heck of it, just because you can. And that's the way I see it. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself with it. Yeah. Anyways, that's all for today. See you later, everyone. Thanks for watching.